Mercedes-Benz is known for building series production models that satisfy strict demands, but the company also caters to sports car lovers. And so, the AMG company, which customizes Mercedes cars, has done a job on the SL, giving it more power and better driving dynamics. AMG was able to reduce the SL's weight to 1,845 kilograms, with a motor that produces 395 kilowatts. With the additional performance package that we tested, the SL63 AMG generates 415 kilowatts. But what does AMG stand for? Tobias Mürs, head of overall development at Daimler, says the A stands for Aufrecht, the last name of the company's founder, Hans Werner Aufrecht. M stands for Melcher, because Gerhard Melcher was Aufrecht's original partner. And G stands for Grossesbach, the town of Hans Werner Aufrecht's birth. AMG has equipped the SL63 with a 7-speed sports transmission that has 3 operating programs. The controlled efficiency program activates a start-stop function that smooths gear shifting. The Sport and Sport Plus programs make the car much more agile. A new twin-blade radiator grille and the lower crossbar on the front spoiler characterize the car's appearance from the front. The side shows V8 bi-turbo logos on the air vents. Chrome-plated script adorns the back. The wind deflector is made of carbon, which also helps reduce weight. Now in its 6th generation, the SL still has an electro-hydraulically retractable Vario roof. It takes 20 seconds to open or close the roof. AMG has been transforming serial SLs into powerhouses since 2001. The motors are continuously developed. The predecessor for this variant had a V8 compressor motor. This version has a 5.5-liter twin-turbo. Tobias Mürs explains AMG's one-man, one-engine policy. Each motor is built by a single person, who starts by placing a crankcase on his assembly stand, then bolting a cylinder head to the motor, assembling all the parts until he finally takes the motor to the delivery station. Before delivering it, he takes it to the testing stand and mounts the motor badge on it. The badge has his signature on it. The SL consumes 9.9 liters for 100 kilometers. It accelerates from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.2 seconds. When the wind is too strong, a serial wind deflector can be extended. Conspicuous in the interior are the performance steering wheel and an analog clock. The middle console holds the TFT display, radio, and climate control. The red Napa leather seats stand out not only because of their vivid color, but also for their fine detailing. All that luxury has its price. The simplest version of SL63 AMG sells for 157,675 euros in Germany. For the performance package, you'll need to shell out 14,000 euros more. Fine summer weather is on its way to Europe. Ideal conditions to take this sports roadster for a spin in the country. The Mini Coupe has a daring look, as if its designers took a big hammer to it and then placed an oversized baseball cap on top. And it's a bit sexy too. Our tester, Jörg, says he wants to see if the first hardtop two-seater Mini's more than a cute and pricey toy. The Mini Coupe is certainly not the car the entire world has been waiting for, but especially kitted out in John Cooper Works look, with racing stripes, wide tires, and throaty pipes. It's bound to make drivers itch to take it out for a jaunt. But first, let's check out its looks. Jörg likes it. Tester Dirk likes the details: big headlights, small hood scoop, chrome trim, and big wheels, though it could use bigger ones. Jörg says some will say this car is superfluous, but then you could say that about lots of cars. He says Mini is following Porsche's lead, offering less car for more money. Jörg says the standard coupe costs 1,500 euros more than the regular Mini, the John Cooper Works edition over 2,000 more. Both testers agree there's an art in getting buyers to shell out more money for less car. Dirk is sure people will buy it, fully equipped too, because Minis aren't for penny pinchers. The John Cooper Works edition has a starting price of 31,000 euros, fully loaded. Jörg thinks it could top 50,000. Dirk agrees, but Jörg does find it strange that the Mini's a notchback. He always associates notchbacks with polos and Corsas, dull and conservative family cars. But Dirk points out that the Mini's not a true notchback, as they've cleverly built in a big trunk lid. This makes it easy to pack the huge 280-liter cargo space. Jörg doesn't find this very classy. Mini skimped a bit here. Dirk replies that this is a parcel shield used to cover luggage. But enough looking. It's time to start driving. Jörg says that's just what you need to do with a car. And of course, Dirk agrees with him. Fürstenfeldbruck is an old airfield, but starting now it's a test track. Our test car is a Mini John Cooper Works Coupe. Its 1.6-liter four-cylinder engine is turbocharged and has direct injection. This Mini can go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 6.4 seconds and hit a top speed of 240 kilometers an hour. In accordance with the EU norm, its fuel consumption is 7.1 liters per 100 kilometers, which isn't too shabby. But what's it like to drive? Dirk says the regular Mini is pretty easy to handle, but the coupe's even sportier. Its springs and dampers are more dynamically tuned, and it zips around corners. The steering's more direct, and the 211 horsepower engine really motors. Dirk calls it a driving machine and lots of fun.
Ganz schön hastig unterwegs. Fahrmaschine, macht Spaß.
It quickly becomes apparent what a driving machine the Mini Coupe is when we see it do the slalom. The pylons are placed 18 meters apart, and the pavement's dry, ideal conditions. Whether with ESP or without, the Mini Coupe always holds the road. It accelerates quickly and handles fast curves with ease. It's a pleasure to put the pedal to the metal. Not even a dirty surface causes the Mini Coupe to lose its grip. And the sound couldn't be better. The car's refined growl is sporty and exciting, perfect for the racetrack, though perhaps a bit too much over longer distances. The coupe's superior performance is due in part to its stiffer bodywork. And amazingly, the two-seater is even suitable for everyday use, if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of comfort. The lack of rear seats means there's more trunk space than normal. 280 liters is unheard of for a Mini. That's 20 liters more space than in the Clubman. But this bit of extra luggage space will set you back over 31,000 euros, a maxi price for a Mini. So is the Mini Coupe a nice, pricey toy or a serious niche model? Jörg says it's nice and pricey, but he adds that the coupe should be taken seriously as it's all about driving pleasure, and it's hard to imagine anything more fun to drive than the John Cooper Works Edition Mini Coupe. So Mini's done almost everything right. Sunseekers can opt for the open-top version of the coupe, the Mini Roadster. This new addition to the Mini family is bound to be joined by others soon. The Mercedes G-Class is a classic off-road vehicle. Now Mercedes-Benz has given its tried-and-true utility car new motors and small modifications inside and out, and added new technology. New are the G63 AMG with a V8 bi-turbo motor and 400 kilowatts, and the G65 AMG with a V12 bi-turbo motor and 450 kilowatts. The AMG models sell in Germany for upwards of 137,000 euros. The American car manufacturer Chevrolet has sent its Captiva out on the streets with a new look. The small all-terrain car can still maneuver through rough country, though. The choice of motors ranges from a 123 kilowatt engine that burns 2.4 liters of gasoline in 100 kilometers to a 135 kilowatt, 2.2 liter turbo diesel engine. The price for the Captiva in Germany starts at 25,690 euros. Very, very quietly, a sports car makes its world premiere in Munich. In the future, its performance will be spectacular. Its name says it all, the Audi R18 e-tron Quattro. Michael Dick, head of technical development at Audi, says the firm has recognized the sign of the times, electric motors and alternative fuels. Audi doesn't want to miss the boat, and this project shows it won't. Audi plans to demonstrate what it can do by winning the Le Mans race. With the R18 e-tron Quattro, Audi is bringing all-wheel drive back onto the racetrack. The company hopes this car will continue Audi's success story at the Le Mans 24-hour race. The R18 e-tron Quattro has a 375 kilowatt V6 DTI engine that powers the rear wheels. Two electric motors store energy every time the driver brakes, providing additional power to the front wheels. Audi factory driver Mike Rockenfeller says the extra power is that what a race car driver wants. But the car is also fascinating because the technology blazes trails ecologically, and that on a racetrack. Audi has been able to test the new sports car's performance at Belgium's 6-hour Spa-Francorchamps race, where the e-tron Quattro took second place. So what are its chances for a victory at Le Mans in France? Wolfgang Ehrlich, head of Audi's motorsports division, says the company hopes this model is the most efficient one on the track. At Le Mans, speed and efficiency are both essential, so the R18 e-tron Quattro has a good chance. But nothing guarantees a win on this difficult course.
Aber von der Technik glauben wir, dass wir damit das effizienteste Auto für Le Mans auf die Beine gestellt haben.
After all, the competition never sleeps. Toyota will be at Le Mans again. The 80th Le Mans race will be a duel between the teams from Japan and Bavaria, each fielding two hybrid cars. Wolfgang Ulrich says Audi isn't underestimating the competition. It knows that Toyota has been working on its vehicle and the hybrid sports car idea for quite some time. It will prove a big challenge. The Audi has a diesel hybrid engine. The Toyota TS030 has a 3.4-liter V8 gasoline engine combined with an electric motor. The engineers use capacitors to capture and store the energy when the driver puts on the brakes. So the race between a hybrid diesel and a hybrid gasoline motor will be suspenseful, especially because of the special conditions of the Le Mans 24-hour race. Factory driver says Le Mans is the world's most spectacular and difficult race. For drivers like Mike, it's one long sprint. Drivers alternate, plummeting into the night and briefly sleeping before driving again at the limits of their stamina. This is the first time since 1999 that Toyota has entered the Le Mans competition. Audi has a record bolstering it. Out of 13 starts in the race, it has won 10 times. On the third weekend of June, we'll see who is number one this year.